I think things are heating up now, really starting to see the deadline. But we've been fortunate enough to have had the time to put in a lot of work on it already. So I feel that we're in a really good spot to go into the final 3 weeks of rehearsal. A lot of the acts have been developed because we've been learning new skills. So I've got a whip cracking act, and my bad sister are doing knife throwing, and Joe Moss is doing a fire gunslinging act, and Jules and Stephen are doing a bullet catch act. And so these things have had to, been learnt along the way. So I've ensured that we've been doing part-time rehearsals for the last 2 months. So it's good. My husband's been making the costumes, the soundtrack's all in place, the animations are being done for the set design. Underbelly are in charge of getting all of the props and bits of other set made. That's their responsibility. So I'm like, over to you boys. And I think we're really fortunate to be in a good spot, and I'm looking forward to seeing it all come together and to become a whole. Yes, you're right. It's multi-faceted production. It's everybody learning new material. All the costumes are new, so even the performers that you are familiar with, you haven't seen them do these numbers before. And I just haven't been stressed yet, actually, because I'm used to self-producing, doing cabarets at places like the Brick House and the Soho Review Bar kind of over the past 10 years. And they were really done with no budget, no help. All the weight of it was on my shoulders, and that can be really stressful. But working with Underbelly Productions, who are the producers for the show, and they produce the London Wonderground, and they've got this amazing team of people in place. So they're sending out all the artist contracts, they've organised all the insurance for the venue, they're making sure all the sets are made. They're putting a production assistant into the rehearsal room for the entire period of time. So there's a massive support network in place. And I feel like now, while I have been keeping all of those balls in the air along the way and feeding into Underbelly to ensure that they're working with the people that I want them to be working with, and that we're signing off on all the design of the marketing and providing all of the text and the information that they need, I am happy that is all done now, and I feel like I can let it go and just focus on creating the show into the vision as it needs to be. Yes, it's definitely provocative, and it really is an adult's show, even though it's been rated PG, 16 plus. It's definitely going to appeal to the same audience that Briefs appealed to, and I think on the back of that show, with the crazy gays behaving like crazy gays, and being a dog shitting in someone's mouth and eating it, people clapping and loving it, I thought Underbelly have thought, okay, we've got an audience here, so these people can handle Empress Stah's laser butt plug, for example, and that is the precedent, I guess. So the show doesn't have anything to do with Briefs, and it's more of a all-female cast. Actually, that's not true. There's a lot of women in it. There's lots of hot women doing crazy things. We've got a straight guy who's a total hot cowboy, and then we've got a gay guy who is Mr. Teds, who is a queer tranny superhero cowboy anti-hero. Yeah, she released the video in September last year, but the act has been around since my solo show at the Soho Review Bar, which was Empress Stah in Space, as part of the Spill Festival of Performance. So it was originally created for that, but now we've reinvented it and putting it into the Raunch. Yeah, I'd met Peaches before. We've got similar friends. We pass each other at events every now and then, and people had always said, oh, you two should work together. And so when I actually was putting in an application to the Arts Council to raise money to hire the parabolic plane from the Russian Space Agency. So before the laser butt plug, there existed a plan to make a zero-gravity film with Peaches in it. And this preceded the movie Gravity, and it was in 2011 I was writing these funding applications, and I wanted Peaches to write the song for that because she was my favourite recording artist, and I thought that she would be the perfect person. And when I didn't get the money to hire the plane from the Russian Space Agency, I had the idea for the laser butt plug, and I was like, babes, do you want to write a song for this instead? And of course she said yeah. Yeah, I mean, I love Dita, and again, I'm friends with her. We met over the years, just doing gigs together pretty much, not really doing a show together, but just appearing on the same stage. So we did the Erotica show back in 2000, I think, before she had got with Marilyn Manson, and then I did some events with her subsequently after that, and similarly with Cirque du Soleil, it's just working alongside their performers at big events and stuff like that.